Check it out, guys. So we have to go over 7 stocks in this video that I'm looking at. We're going to break down a bunch of charts and talk about where I'm looking to buy these stocks, sell these stocks, what I'm doing overall. So if y'all find value, of course, hit that like button. Make sure to subscribe. And don't forget to get up to 15 stocks from Moomoo. Link down below. It's literally free money, guys. We'll talk more about that later. And now let's dive into it with stock number 1, which is none other than Las Vegas Sands, ticker symbol LVS. And if you guys didn't know, the stock market today did not do well. We had the Russell down a bunch, the NASDAQ, the S&P, and the Dow. Those also went down, and we had the VIX down 4%, which we'll talk about in another video. And in the midst of that, Las Vegas Sands went up 1.2%. Very good day. It also broke past the 50 and the 180 SMA here on the 4-hour chart. It broke out of those levels, I think, yesterday, and today it extended that breakout. Now we're starting to head to the top of the wedge here on the 4-hour chart. You guys can see we're clearly making higher lows, but at the same time, over the last couple of weeks, we hit 61 bucks, we hit 59, and now we're right at about 58. So technically, this is a lower high, but let's see if we break the wedge. If we start taking out 59, 60 bucks especially, that's where the big reversal could be coming. So I'm going to set my alert at 60 bucks, and mind you, we have earnings coming up next week on the 19th after the bell here on Las Vegas Sands. That could actually cause it to break out. Maybe. We'll see. And of course, I'm not going to gamble on earnings. I'm not an earnings gambler. I used to do that way back when, years ago when I started trading, and I haven't done that in a while. So I'm not going to gamble. I'm going to wait and see what the earnings look like, and we'll go from there. So that's LVS, Las Vegas Sands, and we also have ODFL. Let me pull this up and show you guys. This is Old Dominion Freight Line. This went up 1.8% today, and it's kind of similar to Las Vegas Sands. We have a wedge here. We're making higher lows, and at the same time, we've been making lower highs ever since the beginning of February. You guys can see we hit, 381. We hit about 258. We hit now roughly 340, 345. Now we're seeing a bit of resistance at that point. So if this starts to take out the wedge, we break 350, we start moving multi-week highs, right? That could be where we get even more momentum. That's where the real breakout could come. So I'm going to set my alert at 350 on Old Dominion Freight Line. Their earnings are coming up here on, I think, the 27th. Let me double check, though. They're on the 26th. Okay, 26th before the market opens. So keep your eyes on that. Ticker symbol ODFL. And we also have MAR to look at. Ticker symbol MAR, which is Marriott, guys. This is, it also did well today, up 1.6%. Did very well. This is continuing its uptrend. If I clear the drawing set and show you guys this, boom, clear as day. We're making higher lows, and now we're starting to break past, well, we have been, the 50 SMA. Now we're testing the 180 and the highs from the end of March being about 168. If this level breaks, more like 169, 170, I'll put it at 170, my alert. If that breaks, guys, I'm telling you, we're going to see a massive move on MAR. And they're also looking like, this stock's looking like an inverse head and shoulders playing out. You guys see that. We have the left shoulder right here. Boom. We have the head right here. Let me draw it out so you guys can see it. And then we have the right shoulder right here. Now, again, if it breaks out of 170, that's where we could get that leg up towards 176, maybe towards 183. That's where we could be going, right? So MAR looks good. Uptrend's holding. It's continuing. Now we just need to wait for that next leg up, that big move, which could get us towards the low mid 170s, at least in my opinion, guys. And the next one here, which did very well today, and you guys know this is my biggest individual stock holding, it is Alphabet, also known as Google, ticker symbol GOOG. This one up 1.2% today in the midst of a overall red day. Again, it did very well, and now it's starting to test 110, which you guys can see here. That was the high. Well, now we're actually taking out the highs from, I think this was last week. Yeah, we hit about 109 last week. We're slowly taking that out. So now that we're taking that out and we're approaching 110.11, which was the high roughly from the beginning of February, this is turning more and more bullish, right? We see a clear cup and handle that's playing out now. If we do clear that 110.11 mark, guys, we could be going towards 118 on Google, which you guys can see that was the high from the end of August. And if that were to break, we're talking it could potentially go to 123, which was the high from the middle of August. You guys see that. So Google's getting ready for a breakout. And mind you, we have earnings coming up for all these big tech companies in the next couple of weeks. And Google's reporting on, let me see here, the 25th, which is 11 days from now. So keep that in mind here on Google, ticker symbol GOOG. So before we continue on, guys, if you haven't gone up to 15 free stocks yet for Moomoo, what are you waiting for? Open up an account using that link down below. Once you do that, you get one free stock right off the bat. And listen to this, once you start depositing some money, you get even more, more free stocks. If you deposit at least $100, you get 4 more free stocks on top of the one that you already got for opening an account. So that's 5 stocks. And if you deposit at least $1,000, you get another 10 stocks, totaling 15 free stocks. So if you want some free money, you want to help out the channel, use that Moomoo link down below. It's greatly appreciated, guys. You guys are awesome. And with that being said, let's continue on here with the next stock, which is UNH. I'm not sure if you saw this, but United Health Group, they reported earnings this morning, and their stock went down 2.7%. Not looking too pretty, guys. Look at this. They ended up doing, let me see here. Let's see. Where's it at? They ended up doing around $6, it looks like, and 26 cents in adjusted EPS. What's the revenue on that? Revenue came in at $91.9 billion, which did beat the 89.7. EPS beat as well, so they double beat. Maybe guidance was not looking too good. Actually, no, they increased their 2023 adjusted EPS guidance, which is solid. And I mean, look at the stock, guys. Even though they did pretty well, they raised EPS guidance by the looks of it. Not sure about revenue. The stock still fell, and that's probably because, let's be honest, it just got way too ahead of itself. This stock was literally up from around $460 all the way up to $540. That's 20%. It ran up in 2 weeks, 20% roughly before the earnings. So it's just selling off a little bit. I mean, that's the way I'm seeing it. We went down 2.7%. We're still up a whopping 11% in the past 2 weeks with this drop after earnings. It's not the end of the world. You guys can see it's now approaching, the 180 SMA, the 50 SMA. We still have a golden cross. So this could, if anything, I'm not telling you guys what to do, but this could actually be opening up a perfect opportunity for a swing trade. Potentially. I'm looking at it. I'm not telling you guys to look at it. But if this comes down even more after good earnings, good guidance, we can maybe find a nice entry point around 500, 505, right around here. Maybe if it comes down even more, maybe 490. We'll see, guys. So that's UNH. Cisco's another one that I'm looking at. CSCO is the ticker. This went down about 0.5% today, so it had a red day like the overall stock market did. But you guys can see, and mind you, it has been selling off the past couple of days, and you guys can see it is still holding this channel, kind of, right? It's not the most pretty looking channel, but if I draw it out, you guys can see we're still kind of trading in that, and we're above the 180 SMA, and we are slightly under the 50 SMA, but still we're holding technically a higher low here. So I'm looking at Cisco to see if we get some sort of bounce off the bottom of this channel, maybe off the 180 SMA. Maybe it starts going towards that, $52 to $53 level. Top of the channel, that could be another 4, 5, 6% from where we are right now. That's kind of what I'm looking at here on on Cisco. So I'm gonna set my alert. I might as well put it where do we close today? $50 and 50 cents. I might as well put it at, let's say, $51. Mark is at or above, and we'll see where it goes from there. If it starts breaking that 50 SMA, guys, man, oh man, we're gonna get a full-on breakout. At least that's what I think. So CSCO, I'm watching that one very closely. And last but not least, we have Intel, ticker symbol INTC, which today went down 0.75%. And it's still roughly at a point where I'd consider to maybe pick some shares up for a trade, right around $30.50 to about $31-ish. You guys can see on the 4-hour chart, right around $30.50. That was the high from middle of January heading into early February, also from the middle of March. You guys can see that. And the high from the beginning of February was right around 31.10 as well. At least that was one of the highs on one of the days. So that is where I'm looking to maybe pick some shares up, 30.50 to 31. And let's say it comes down to the 180 SMA, $29, right around this trend line. That would be a point where I'd consider it, but I'd much rather see it bounce off 31. That's me personally. If it starts turning under 30, it could get ugly quick. So I'm going to be a little bit more cautious there. But as long as it's holding above $30.50, $31, I'm looking at it pretty closely, guys. So those are the stocks that I'm looking at right now. LVS, ODFL, MAR, Google, GOOG, UNH, Cisco, and Intel, ticker symbol INTC. So with that being said, if you guys enjoyed the video, hit that like button. It's free. Make sure to subscribe as well. That's free as well. And don't forget to get up to 15 free stocks. You get some stocks from Moomoo down below, from Weeble as well. You get 12 stocks. And if you guys want to check out my Patreon for my charts, daily updates, you guys want to see my Patreon portfolio plus more, that's linked down below. And with that being said, cheers. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.